Alright, so in this series, I'm going to show you how to make a realistic, simple medieval spear. And this is where we left off in the final part of the series. We had created this asset right here, and we modeled it entirely inside of Blender and textured it inside a Substance Painter here. And then we will take it inside of Unreal and roughly get it in the third person mannequin's hand so he can run around with it. We also set up some automatic LODs in Unreal, but that's a very minor thing. And by the end, you should be able to create your very own game-ready, very well-optimized, high-quality, and realistic medieval spears. So let's get started. Alright, let's make a spear then. So I'm gonna start with a cylinder. There. Cylinder. And I'm going to set it to shade smooth. Scale it, Shift Z. Shrink it down. Going to set to 1.8 meters for its height. And then I think 0.03 for its kind of radius here. And yeah, I think that's good. That'll be our handle for now. And for the spearhead, going to build it in a kind of substandard way here. I'm going to not use reference material, and I'm also going to start with a cube. I'm going to mirror that cube along the X and Y. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna need clipping. Oh yeah. And I'm going to need to go into edit mode if I want this to work the way that I want it to work. And I'm going to delete only edges and faces. So definitely going to need X-ray mode. Come in here, delete the inner edge and the faces here. So we get rid of that inner geometry. Because if you did not already know, that will literally ruin our life if we leave a bunch of inner geometry sitting around. Now I'm going to shrink that down. And there we go. It's starting to look a bit more like just a steel bar. And so I'll drag that down over the spear. And I'll put a marker here for kind of the back flap. Like where they yeah. I don't really know what to call it, but I do have another spear here that I had been working on. Been working on a few spears lately. And so one thing I've been trying to add on is this. This is a little tricky to add on elegantly to a subdivision model, but this whole little thing here, I believe it was very common. I could be wrong, but I know at least a few spears that I've seen like forged. They have this thing on the back from where they kind of like hammer it flat and then smash the whole spear like around to the base or the handle. Hmm. And come to think of it, I don't actually have any reference material for that available, but I feel like that should actually extend all the way up to like there. I think that would be more realistic. And also, I want to add wings. We're gonna need wings. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna add in the little skirt or whatever it's called from hammering the spear around the handle. And I'm going to need this for wings. And another edge loop for like the base of the spear. Maybe it should be taller. I don't know. I'll see the proportions in a bit. I'm just gonna grab this and move that out on the X. And I'll move this up on the Z. And I'm just going to, since I'm in orthographic view, just grab and move that about where I want it. You know what, I'm going to undo all those before I add in all these edge loops so they are straight. So I'm going to put in about 5 edge loops right there. Now I'm going to take this and move that there. Maybe I'll put in another edge loop right here. Alright, now I'm going to try to shape our spear here a little bit. But I am going to add in a subdivision surface eventually. And that'll help get a better, more like rounded idea of the spear. I feel like it's all maybe a bit too thick now. It needs to just come out a bit. Yeah, I think that's good. So alright, now I'm going to come along to the side view. And yeah, I guess I'll just kind of grab everything and I'm going to move it in a bit. And then I'll grab the things closer to the top and move them in a bit more. I do want this to be somewhat unrealistically thick, since, like, realistically, a lot of, like, spears and swords especially were incredibly, incredibly thin. Like, and the problem with that is they don't really show up at all on camera. And like in game, they'll just kind of look like a black jagged line. If you ever see it from the side, if it's not unrealistically thick. So, we are going to break realism a bit there. Just for the aesthetics, but you know, that's life sometimes. So I'm gonna take these vertices here on the side, and yeah, I guess I should have moved that one down, but I'm going to move this over on the X. I'm gonna come into the front orthographic again. Yeah, I think about there is good. This is going to be our edge profile. And so now that I've got that, what I want to do is scale them on the Y to 0 so they're straight. And then I'm going to move them along the Y. I want to get these very close, but not touching the center, not touching the middle of our edge. I think that's probably pretty good, but maybe we could get a bit closer. Yeah, that's probably good. Alright, and so now this one, probably should have moved it with the others, but I'll get close. And then move it down on the Z. I might move that down on the Z too. So we've kind of got our edge. And something we need to do is set to shade smooth. And at this point, I think I'm going to try adding a subdivision surface onto the mesh. I'll set that to 2. So now we're starting to get a better idea of the profile of our spear here. And it does seem a little, I don't know, plain in this profile. Like, I don't know what to say, to call exactly. I'm not quite loving it. Maybe that's slightly better. Yeah, I might play with the kind of profile here for a bit, but yeah, I will try to move on. Going to take these 3 vertices and move them in so they're roughly in line with the rest here. All right. And I think I'm just going to kind of move those in as well. Then in there. All right. And this is starting to look all right. I think one thing we need to do is perhaps bevel this edge here. And what has that done? That does not look very, very good. Yeah, I guess this is like a really weird kind of angle for it. Though it is not done exactly what I would have wanted it to. Oh no, not F. No Fs. Alright, I'm gonna try just kind of adjusting those by hand for now. Yeah, this vertex here seems to kind of be a bit of a problem right now. Mm-hmm. I mean, should I bevel it along the bottom there? Maybe. Maybe I should. This does give us a nice vertex here for something we might need to add here, and that is our sort of middle, I don't know what to call it, a ridge or a hump. Now it needs to stand out a bit more towards the middle. So I'm going to actually pull out the knife tool for this. And I don't want to bridge it, but I do want to get it quite close. And then I kind of want to get it, maybe I will merge it like right there at the top. See how that goes. No, I'm thinking that did not work out quite how I wanted. So maybe I'll try knifing too. Like there. Please dissolve. Alright. Maybe I'll merge that one. Yeah, so that worked out much better. Oh, okay. It does not want to slide. That's okay. That's okay. Alright, that looks really good. Yep. Oh, okay. Why have you done that? Oh, how many duplicates are there? Okay. Alright, the duplicates are they're gone. They can't hurt us anymore. Oh, okay, good. So we've gotten this much. We kind of have our ridge forming here along the center, but it does have a quite smooth fall off still. So we're going to need to do something about that now. Hmm. And this is where life just gets very, very difficult and painful. No one really knows what to do, and it's all rubbish from here on out. But what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to add in all this geometry without like ruining the mesh, which is definitely easier said than done. And then we're going to try to move this geometry so it's more in line with that these here. So I'll scale them on the Y by 0, which looks like amazing. And then try to push them in, which like in this one's case is going very well. The mirror modifier seems to have even grabbed it with clipping, pushed it into that other vertice. So I'm going to disable clipping and kind of move that one manually. Okay, looks like we have... Oh, it created other duplicates. Keeps doing that. Why does it keep doing that? I don't I don't know. Well, it keeps making duplicates for whatever reason. And I did not mean to grab that one at all. I'm gonna move that back out. And this might be a bit over pronounced, a bit too dramatic. One might say. Do have this appearing. And that makes me think something else has gone horribly wrong. Yep. I don't know. I'm not sure what's causing that, honestly. Wait, is that too far? I don't know. I feel like that can't be it. No. Alright, I think I'm just going to perhaps deal with that off camera, maybe, because I'm not. I feel like it shouldn't be doing that, and I don't know why it is, but what if I try, like, cleaning it up? Ah, merging by distance did get rid of 2 and fixed it. So yeah, I definitely just had duplicate geometry somewhere I just couldn't find. Alright, we're starting to get the shape, the profile of our little center standout here. It is rather dramatic right now, though. So we do need to, I think, reduce that. Unless you want a very dramatic swoop throughout the sphere. But I kinda want it to mellow out a little bit. So we can basically control that with these vertices along here. I might need to just like move these out to the side even. Oh no, that is like it's quite strong. No, I don't think I'm going to move them to the side. I think I just need to get them closer on the Y. Just need to play with this until it's pretty right. Hmm. Yeah, I'm thinking that's not terrible, but I think it is probably just a little too close, basically. Oh wait, leave on the clipping for now. Oh, don't. It's gonna grab that. Okay, so I can't use the clipping to keep me from pulling these vertices in the middle along, but that's fine. No, that's no good either. No, I think it really is these ones on the fringe that I need to control. I'll move them further away. I'll move them up. Yeah, yeah, I think that's good. And then we have like at least the beginnings of our nice, whatever you call this. But there's usually like a kind of fat middle section around here. That's quite prominent. Then it tapers off to this neat little ridge line. So, yeah, other than, the bottom area is all rubbish, but I feel like this is coming along for now. It's definitely coming along. So, yeah, maybe, I don't know, it is seeming to me to be like a bit too thick through this top section here. Yeah, I think I need to reduce like all of these a bit. Just pull them in. It's just too thick. Maybe that one. Alright. Yeah, that's better. And I think I'm going to leave the kind of spearhead ants profile alone for now. And I'm going to work on getting the bottom section right for now.